And then with the intro video.
Hello and welcome to Season 3, Episode 35 of the Berean Manifesto. Faith, Hope, and Love for the Modern Christian. I'm Pastor Bill, and I'm joined with my co-host, the wonderful Pastor Nooms.
Hola!
How you doing today, Pastor Nooms?
I has headache.
You has headache?
Yep.
Yeah?
Other than that, it's been a good day. We have a family member who came into town for the 4th. And so got to spend time with him today. That was super enjoyable. My little sister is dog sitting for my parents, so I'm not sure if Biggs will be on tonight because he is in Texas actually. So not sure if he will be on tonight. I didn't touch base with him to see if he would be. And I left my phone somewhere in the house, so I have no way of because I just remembered that I don't have my phone in my office.
Your phone's just gone.
Yeah, it's somewhere. It looks like we got Zadie and Rain in the chat.
Yeah, that's nice. Zadie joining us on Twitch. And Rain, I assume, is watching through Twitch.
Yes.
But then she messages us in our Discord on Discord, the Ecclesian House server.
So, Zadie says they are still driving, which means they are listening in the car. And that means there's a couple other people listening also, and I cannot remember from the last time what his Twitch name is. So, he's there as well. So,
The
yes.
best something?
Yes.
I bet if I scroll up, I could find out what the name actually is, the actual name. He didn't type a lot the last time though. He typed kind of closer to the beginning and then.
Yeah, but well, I think Mr. Groggy is his other name.
Mr. Groggy?
Yes.
Who's Mr. Groggy?
Same guy. Oh, the Beast 13. That's what it is.
Beast or Best?
Best, sorry.
Oh, okay.
The Beast 13's even better though.
Why? It's not his name.
Well, it's a cool name though.
It is pretty cool.
I'm the Beast.
The Beast.
You know.
So when I worked at Walmart, I had a coworker that when he found out that my wife's maiden name was Bledsaw, he freaked out and was like, "Why didn't you take her name? That's like the most bad name ever, man. Like a bloody saw, like bled saw. That's crazy. You didn't take that name." And I was like, "Slow down. It's just a name. Calm down. It's okay."
Yeah, but there's a lot of us out there that don't use our normal name as a name. And so sometimes we're like, well, we picked our name. Like, it's always funny because people will, they'll be like, well, what's your name? And I'm like, Jonathan, how may I help you? Because I don't use my real name except in professional settings. I mean, I'm known as Uncle Nooms. I'm known as, my dad goes by Grandpa Biggs. So, I mean, it's just something we do. You know, we don't necessarily worry about names. And names are always interesting because of that aspect. Like, there's that whole thing about your given name and then your given name.
Yeah.
You know.
I've taken on the name Feet in honor of the doctor. And so that's what I go by in gaming and things like that. But
which I want to wait till the official start before we talk about the crazy thing we've done this week.
Well, the official start will be any second now, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
it's
6:35.
in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and
One.
now it's the regular
You can
start.
see our faces if
Which
you're watching on the platforms.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot to actually give you the countdown as I normally do. I just let it go, and you're just sitting there going, I think it's the right time. So.
All right, so how was your week this week, Pastor Nunes?
It was good. It was good. Crazy things transpired. Work is good. Work is steady. Work is busy. But uh, in game, some crazy stuff happened. So there's this war been going on, and it's frustrating, but it happens with PvP games that aren't PvP according to some people, but that's beside the point. We're not going to get into that argument.
Well, honestly, it's not a PvP game. It's a strategy game.
Yes.
That blends PvE and PvP.
Yes. So, we sorry. Pastor Bill decided to partially what's the correct term? Lay an ultimatum down to our alliance of basically, hey, look, we can't keep with this war thing. We've either got to figure it out or we got to exit. And it didn't go the way he wanted. And I agreed with him. Let's be clear. For different reasons than his reasons, but I just don't think the war is going to accomplish what they think it is. So, I was tired of getting hit all the time. So, I asked him, I was like, so what are we going to do? We going to go find somebody? Or we going to have some extra fun? So we start brainstorming what we wanted to do. And none of the options, the other guilds that are available and stuff, we weren't really down for either. And so you actually came up with the idea while we were looking through the races, didn't you? Yeah. So go ahead and now you take over.
So we decided we would make an alliance that's centered around role-playing as Ferengi. So basically uber capitalists. We're not going to touch on the whole misogynistic aspects of Ferengi culture.
The current
imagine those don't exist anymore.
The current Grand Nagus has declared misogyny to be illegal. So
the Grand Nagus, have declared equality for all people and all races.
We don't talk about any of that other stuff.
All genders or non-genders, all religions or non-religions, everybody equal.
Because, and what's the reason?
Because
45.
Because the rules of acquisition numbers 45 and 95 read expand or die. And yeah.
So we've had a extremely fun week writing bylaws in Ferengi.
It's been like 2 days.
It doesn't matter. It feels like a month of fun. I've had more fun in the last couple of days role-playing as the first clerk of the Ferengi Commerce Agency than I have in months. And I think I was thinking about it and I was like, why am I enjoying this so much? I don't even like Star Trek that much. Why am I enjoying being a Ferengi? First off, I did always love the Ferengis in Deep Space Nine, don't get me wrong. But mainly
Deep Space Nine took the Ferengi from this unknown, hated group of bumbling idiots to this lovable, well-known group of bumbling idiots.
Yeah, especially the nephew.
Quark's brother was the really big
Okay,
comedic relief.
but the nephew was the one that went to Starfleet, right?
The nephew's the one that went to Starfleet, and he had some pretty dark, serious storylines that he played out.
So the goal is we're about to finish Star Trek Discovery, and we're going to jump ahead in the timeline of Star Trek.
Now this is what we're watching.
Yeah, we're watching Discovery, and we're gonna jump into the so that way I can refresh because I never cared when Biggs was making me watch in the past the Star Trek stuff. So now I'm like, all right, let's give this if I'm gonna pretend to be a Ferengi, I have to understand a little more. Although I've done pretty good so far according to people in the game.
Oh man, so
that
good.
are absolutely
so
loving
good.
it. Billiam wrote a 2-page expose on the rules because
to explain 6 rules.
6 rules that are literally less than a sentence apiece. Each one
each
truly
one only needs 1 sentence.
It's not even a sentence. It's like 5 words. But like I wrote some that are like 1 sentence each. And then cuz we had already talked about what they were going to be. And then Billiam took those 1 sentence and did paragraphs of legalese and just, oh, it's phenomenal. And people are like, this is great. We needed this. Because everyone's so serious right now. And then you got me and Thete jumping at the channel being like, my lobes are tingling.
And
they're like,
something about Platinum Monday.
So tomorrow is going to be off the chain.
Yeah,
we have to go so big all day, and just every time I pull off of the node, which is like I need to pull off the node right now, and we've only been in this conversation for how many minutes. I'm going to post more latinum for it's going to be just tomorrow is going to be insane. Yeah. And I get enchiladas for lunch. So tomorrow is just like, it is set. Yeah, so we're Ferengis now. So if you hear us reference rules of acquisitions, that's the rules that the Ferengis live by. They no longer, depending on the year that you're role playing, the Ferengis don't necessarily follow any hard religion. Supposedly, like 40%, only 40% actually follow the religion. So they're post-religious, a lot like America. And because greed. That's beside the point. I'm not going there today. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good today. I've been in a mood all day, so good luck. So yeah, the week was just phenomenally great, and it's been good.
I got some new soundproofing tiles in.
Yeah.
I put them on that wall behind my microphone, which allowed my monitor to take its new place, not 2 inches away from the wall. And then gave me this lovely new camera angle that we have where you can see more of my shelves, and this free hugs thing looks lower, so it's not really competing with the title, The Ecclesian House. So, what are you laughing about?
Nothing. I can't share it, actually.
Okay.
I can't share it. But it is so worth it.
Okay.
Something just came into my mind when I was reading the rules of acquisition as a joke, because I was trying to make a joke about it real quick while I, in case we reference, and then I wanted a good joke somewhere shortly after, and I just came across something that just, my mind expanded for a moment, and it's just wrong.
All right. Well, since we're done talking about our weeks.
Yes, we are live on YouTube, Zadie. At least we should, according to the stats, we are. How do I find you there? Um,
The Berean Manifesto.
yes. I wasn't sure whether we were under the Berean Manifesto or the Ecclesian House there.
I will double check, but I believe it is the Berean Manifesto. No, it's the Ecclesian House. I thought it was a Berean Manifesto, but it's the Ecclesian House. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the Ecclesian House.
Indeed, it is the Ecclesian House.
She probably got to the house and she's pulling it up on the TV. That's probably why she's asking. I would assume.
Okay. So it's time for
No, it's not. We're gonna
Get
skip
to
that
Know
today.
the Pastors.
We're gonna skip that today.
Tonight's question is: I already know what your answer is going to be. It's fine. Which living person do you most despise?
What do you think my answer is?
Me, for making you do these things.
Oh. Sometimes. Sometimes as my best friend, I thoroughly despise you. Um like we were joking about how I was joking with someone in the game that we play. Um, since Theet dragged me into this, I'm actually thoroughly enjoying it because he did. He dragged me into the game overall, and now I'm a second in command of his thing. Theet, Pastor Bill, has pulled me into more things that I can imagine, some of which I do despise him for. But to be honest, I will not say on video who the person is I actually despise the most, and it's probably the only person I've never forgiven for something because I just can't.
What do you mean I drag you into things? I have never dragged you into anything ever in our
I'm in
whole lives.
I'm in a little box. I'm in a little box in the corner of the screen, and there's no video games around. There's just a bigger, fatter guy. So, yeah, you did. And
Or news.
and I had to do youth work for a little while, and
Which you loved.
I did, and I've had to.
I want you to come up with an example of something that I dragged you into that you did not then end up feeling like you loved it, and that it then gave you a satisfaction of life that you wouldn't have normally had. And
So,
dating Katie doesn't count.
whoa, that is wrong on so many levels. Anyway, you better hope she didn't happen to look, because she does watch every now and then. If tonight's the night she's watching, she is going to text your wife and get you for that one.
That's okay. She's got a hurt ankle. I'll just walk normal speed away from her.
Wow. So, no, I don't know if I can blame this one on you, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
There was a particular bridge off of Brentwood Stair that we wanted to figure out where it might lead, and we ended up running in
Oh no, we're in the wrong place.
to the most demonic area we have ever been in together. Well, almost the most demonic place we've ever been in. And people with rifles came out of a building to chase us off. So yeah, that's one.
And this wasn't like in the middle of nowhere.
No.
This was like right off of downtown Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Like,
this is not
not where you would expect anything like that to go down.
I love Zadie. Should we be talking about this? um so, I'll give you that one. I can keep going, but I did not have fun at a restaurant in South Texas where the service was bad.
I didn't drag you to that restaurant.
You drove.
I dragged you on that trip.
You drove me to that restaurant. Let's see what else. You dragged me. You dragged me into doing the thing for the person who is currently chatting in chat. You dragged me kicking and screaming. Now that one I did end up enjoying over time.
Doing the thing.
Not my wife.
My son?
Yeah. But I did enjoy that one, so that one can't count. I do love Gurk. But, you dragged me kicking and screaming on that one. Because we were done being friends. And you were like, no, we're not. Yes, we are.
We're not.
I don't do children. And now I'm a proud father of 2 with 4 nieces and nephews and, you know, random people being like, you're so good with kids. I'm like, hurt them.
I just realized I forgot to plug my phone back in.
That one I was kicking and screaming, but
yeah,
I did end up enjoying it over time.
Right.
I'll have to think. It'll hit me partially through the night more of these.
Probably.
But I'm pretty sure you took me to a haunted house one time that I didn't enjoy. You've dragged me to lots of things outside that I didn't enjoy necessarily during the time I was outside. But your grandmother making me eat beans. That one was messed up.
Oh my gosh.
That one was messed up.
New Year's Day beans, huh?
That one was messed up.
That's the one.
I'm going to claim that one above all of them.
Okay.
So, Pastor Bill, whom is the person you despise most?
Right now, the only person I despise is someone in the Star Trek game. I can't think of anyone other than this person that I despise. Maybe I'm just not that happy with this, but I don't know if despise is the right word.
I don't think despise is the right person if it's the person I'm thinking about.
Bisbee.
You're frustrated.
I'm like, but no, honestly, I don't really despise anyone right now because I really just don't care.
When you plugged your phone in, did it switch your Wi-Fi's? Can you check? Because it's pretty bad quality at the moment.
No, but I can unplug it if you think it's taking down the quality.
Well, I don't know if it is. I'm just saying it might be sheer coincidence. No, the quality's still bad. I don't know why the quality's bad today.
I'll tell you what. I will switch cell towers, which means my video's gonna go down for a second.
Okay. So
there, how's that?
It cleared up almost instantly.
Yeah, I plugged it back in and it automatically switched to a new cell tower.
So crazy thing. I don't go outside. We all know this. I made a joke about it just a minute ago. The best just said it. I don't. As Zadie said in chat, the sun tries to kill me. I can only be outside for no more than an hour before I am burnt toast, and it does not matter what SPF there is. So, um,
The sun
yesterday,
gets us all in the end.
yeah, yesterday, I went swimming with the girls. Full hour, like actually 60 minutes outside. The best came over today, and we went back swimming for more time.
Oof.
So that's 2 days in a row I've been outside. I think I'm done being outside for like till September. That's like 2 months worth of being outside for me. So
And that's like you're only saying September because that's when Nashville Pride is. If Nashville Pride wasn't in September, you'd be like October for
it's true.
Halloween to go get candy.
It's true. So it's true. The and because concerts aren't big right now, and oh yeah, we gotta go to Dollywood in a couple weeks. I'll be outside all day for that. That's beside the point.
I'm sorry, buddy.
The there's lots of shade there though, big trees,
Oh, okay.
mountains. So the thing that's weird though is my ear is itching really bad. I don't know why. There's nothing on there. Um, my train of thought went away because my ear was itchy.
Your itchy ear sidetracked the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Derailed it. Just straight derailed it.
Outdoor concerts aren't a thing. That was one of the other reasons I would go outside. Um, and outdoor concerts are not a thing right now. As much. They're starting to come back, but I'm kind of worried with the new developments of the Delta strain that it might not stay going through the rest of the summer, but we'll see. I'm really hoping to at least attend a couple of concerts before, um, because I got needles put in my arm sheerly thinking about that aspect, because a lot of venues aren't letting you in without the card. So I was like, this card, because I miss going to shows. Like, that's something I hardcore miss out of my um, life is concerts. But which is really funny because I hate crowds and I am terrified of all the things that might happen in a crowd, and it causes great anxiety right up until when the music starts. And then it's just bliss right up until the music ends or set change, and then I am a nervous wreck again. And like I'm the guy who's like walking around the whole time that no one's singing, like through the vendors and through the, because I can't just stand there and wait for the next thing. Like I can't. I'm standing in an open field or an open crowd, and um. So
And concert
anyway,
tickets are expensive. Roxanne was looking at some concerts that are coming later in the year because
yeah,
she'd like to go to a concert later in the
yep,
year, and she was like, "If we stand in the lawn, it'll only be $86."
yeah.
I was like, $86 to stand in the lawn? You don't even get a seat. Well, if we want to
Yep.
sit down, it's $126 here in the very back of the seating off to the side.
And if you're talking about the arena, I think you're talking about over there by the fairgrounds, you got to go up at least, I think it's 7 rows, or you're just sitting in the sun. I think it's 7 rows before you actually get shade. 7 or 8, I can't remember the exact. I have to look at the map, but because we did that I did that one year. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna sit right here. It's great, and you're in the sun because the way the sun goes down, because concerts always start in the afternoon. It's behind you the whole time. I was like, this doesn't help. I just have a hot plastic seat now. Which is a big deal when you're allergic to grass. A plastic seat is better than an allergic reaction. But that's beside the point. I miss shows.
So I went to see some band at that venue. Um, can't remember which band it was. Anyway, we were up on the lawn, and the guy I went there with knew that I like to smoke a cigar from time to time. And this has been several years ago, as well. I was working at Walmart. He walks up and he goes, "Hey, dude, look what I found. It got passed to me." And I was like, "Yeah, what is it?" And it was just this little tiny, just like little tiny. And I grabbed it, and it burned my fingers. And I went, and I threw it on the ground, and I stomped on it. And he goes, "Why'd you do that?" And he jumped down, and he's trying to find it. And I was like, "'Cause it burnt my fingers." And he was like, "That was some primo weed, dude. What's wrong with you?" And I was like, 1, you didn't tell me what it was. 2, it burned my fingers. And 3, if you had told me what it was, I would have told you no. Because I can't handle stuff like that.
Plus, it's illegal in Texas still.
Plus, well, it was definitely still illegal back then, because we're talking, Miranda was a baby. And she's 11 now.
Oh, she's wanting. Your wife is wanting to go see Korn and Stained.
Yeah.
Is the one she's talking about.
I've seen Stained before, but not at that venue. I've seen Stained at a different venue.
I've never seen either of those two, I don't think.
No? I haven't seen Korn. Korn would be fun. I'd like to go to the Ministry part after Korn. That would be fun.
Yeah, Korn's definitely
I don't
a
want to
weird
pay
band
$126
nowadays.
for that.
I would actually.
She said, "Well, can I take my sister?" And I was like, that I would be okay with that. That's not, just, you can take somebody else, because I can't stand much, and I wouldn't be much fun at a concert right now anymore.
Yeah,
so
I have to pay the extra at this point. I can't stand for that long, or I'm gonna have to pull the whole.
I have to sit just to cook a meal. I have a chair in the kitchen.
If I go to an indoor or mosh pit style show again, I will probably bust out a wheelchair or a walker with a little pad. And be like, sorry,
dude. I need access to the mosh pit, because that's the only place my wheelchair will fit.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude.
No, one of the most recent concerts, not most recent concerts, but one of the last concerts we went to was actually Sarah Bear's first concert. Serafina's my youngest's first concert, and we went, and she had to go potty, so we had to go to the very back. It was a indoor, completely open floor, Had to go all the way to the back to use the restroom, and Zadie and Rain were all the way up front, and I'm like, oh man. And Sarah was all punked out. It was great. Both the girls, we always buy them new concert outfits so they can be nice and, cool looking, because they grow too dadgum fast, so their cool clothes don't fit year to year. And so I just put my hands on her shoulders, and I'm like, "Okay, baby, we're going to the front." And she's like, "Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me." And everyone just parted ways. And I was like, it's magical. So if you have little girls that are your children, don't grab random little girls and take them. But if you have children that are little girls, take them to concerts, because you get right up in the front, and then the singers and the bassists and the guitarists stand on the speaker right in front of you and sing to the girls that are on your shoulders. It's great. It's just like going. It's great. That's all I'll say. I thought about other concerts I'd been to and other situations, and I realized we just shouldn't go there tonight. So we're gonna leave it alone. But the singers sing directly to small children, and it's great.
Yeah, we ended up in the mosh pit at the Stained concert. We had nosebleed seats, and the guy that took us to the concert, Roy, he was like, "Come on, we're going to the mosh pit." And I was like, no, there's like armbands and there's like security, and he's like, "I don't worry about it." We get down there, and he was like, "Hey man, can I buy you a beer?" To the security guard. And the security guard was like, absolutely, and grabbed the rope and opened it. And we walked in, and he closed the rope. Roy handed him the exact change for a beer, and then we just stayed in the mosh pit the rest of the night. It was interesting.
Yeah, there's definitely some fun to be had at concerts. I've definitely had some crazy shows I've been to. Um, there's a real big one here that I would love to go to one year. I don't think they're having it this fall, but it started out when I was in junior high, and it was just this concert in a field in this little town called Shelbyville. And when I say it, most people are going to know what it is, but its title is Bonnaroo. And it's kind of like, yeah, Bonnaroo. It's a worldwide, tons people come internationally to this podunk town 30 minutes south of here, and like it's this whole thing now. The first year was, oh yes, sorry, yes, the best. It's in Manchester. And it's huge amounts of big names, and it's a whole festival. I think it's like a 2-day thing or something. I haven't lived here in so many years. I don't remember, but I remember starting out slow. Oh, there's a pure rock one. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. We go into that. Anyway, me and the best have a conversation later about figuring that one out. Um, But yeah, the Bonnaroo is very much like a Woodstockish. It's lots of like hippies and I guess now there's a rock one. So that guy's expanded his. He just had farmland and he was like, I'm gonna make a concert, and everyone was like, No, you're not. Yeah, I am. The first year, like the highways, people would just pull off because there wasn't enough parking up in the places, so people would just park their cars on the side and just walk, because I have to drive through it to go to school every day, and it was crazy. It was crazy, and now it's like this huge thing that when I told one of my friends I was moving to Tennessee, they're like, "Are you moving close to where there's a Bonnaroo?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah."
That's funny.
You wook. Anyway,
All
yes,
right.
it was a good week. We had fun this week because we had the freedom to do so.
Oh, nice segue. So natural.
So natural, so easy. Wasn't forced at all.
So yes, tonight we were talking about freedom, and I know that can sound
Cliche?
I don't know, cliche because it's the 4th of July and everything, and I get that, but it's the direction I feel like we were supposed to go tonight. So that's the direction that we are going. And as Christians, when we talk about freedom, we're talking less about what the world calls freedom and more the freedom that we read about in the Bible, like the verse that we used for the art tonight, Galatians chapter 5, verse 1 says, "For freedom Christ set us free. Stand firm then, and don't submit again to a yoke of slavery." And then he goes on to talk about a specific part of the law that Jews that had converted to Christianity were then forcing on Gentiles who were converting to Christianity. And Paul's making this point of, okay, but that old has passed away. We no longer have to force that on people. We no longer have to follow those things because of what Christ did, because we have freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I see a lot in the church as a whole, the church, and I see a lot in the world where a lot is being imposed on people of, well, you have to do this, or you have to do this, you have to do that. And it's these misunderstandings of what freedom is. Okay, so let's go down this path and have this conversation about freedom, because in the United States we do live in a free society, right? And a lot of people, would debate that on whether or not we are free. And I agree that there are institutions and there are certain systemic problems that have challenged freedom and that people have taken advantage of to infringe upon the freedom of others. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to say that everything is peachy keen and cool and fantastic. But we do live in a freedom-based nation. So I just lost my train of thought.
7. Dead air, dead air. Dead air while Pastor Bill collects his thoughts. Dead air, dead air. Dead air, dead air. While Pastor Bill drinks his Dr. Pepper.
Okay. I am free in this nation to murder someone. Right? Are there consequences after I exercise my freedom?
So there's freedom is very interesting depending on what you mean by freedom. Humans have the free will and the freedom to do a lot of things. There are certain freedoms afforded to us by the government that are freedoms from legal trouble, and there are freedoms that we have as humans, like I have the freedom to raise my hand. Because, well, I have a hand that articulates, so I can do that. So it really depends on what you mean by freedom.
Okay. Well, the best says he can't poop outside. So is he really free?
He can, especially because he has his own house with land.
You are absolutely free to poop outside anywhere you want. However, if you are seen pooping outside, there will be consequences.
Yes. There are, like I said, there are certain
freedom
things that have legal...
does not mean lack of consequence.
Right. Even the things that are legal does not mean they are healthy.
Free of consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we get this thing where you and I talk about freedom.
Yep.
And we talk about everything is permitted. You are free. You are free to do whatever you want. And this is Paul's point that he hammers on over and over and over again. Christ died to make us free.
Yes.
We are free to do anything we want. But freedom does not mean no consequence.
Right.
Now, because of the work of Christ, the consequence of sin, and yes, I use air quotes with my fingers because I always want to make it clear that when I use the word sin, I'm talking about imperfection. I'm not talking about the big bad list that, conservative circles keep and some liberal circles keep and that religious people keep.
You mean not being perfect?
Not being perfect has consequences. And so if I go out and I smoke crystal meth, I am 100% free to do that. Now, there will be legal consequences. There will be physical consequences. There will be financial consequences. There's all kinds of consequences to that action. But I have freedom.
Yep. Just like, and we can go even a step farther than that. I have the freedom to drink my sneak because it came in the mail. Finally. I do not have the freedom to drink it as quickly as I did because I have to mute my headset every time I do, so I take bigger drinks than I should. I do not have the freedom for it not to trap air in my gut because I swallowed too quickly. Yes, I have the freedom for it to happen, but there's the consequence of now I have a giant gas bubble and my tummy hurts because I swallowed too fast. So
Yes.
there are consequences for things that aren't even like in the big sin, like, but what I did was not smart. Didn't mean to do it for this.
Right. So
I no longer have gas. I'm muted.
that big eternal consequence of sin,
right,
was taken care of.
Yep.
The whole hell damnation thing was taken care of. That's not the reality we have anymore. The reality we have now is, do you believe, which makes you righteous, and you know, or do you not believe and you reject the work of Christ? Those are the only two options. I'm not sitting here saying, well, you got to stop doing this, you got to stop doing that, you got to stop doing that, you got to straighten this up, you got to straighten that up. That's not my job. We have freedom. Freedom to do anything we want. It's the Holy Spirit's job to follow up what I do and tell you, hey, maybe we shouldn't drink so much Dr. Pepper.
Because it makes your teeth fall out.
Well, those are already gone from me. That's not really a consequence for me, but... What?
There's people.
Yeah, Greg barreling through here like a bull in a china shop. Crazy Greg.
Gerg.
Gerg. Crazy Gerg.
Just so people don't think it's two different people. Man, he's got a son named Gerg and a son named Greg. That guy's an idiot.
Greg and Gerg. Yep. Two sons.
Did one come out backwards?
They're twins. They're twins. A Gerg and a Greg, yeah.
They're twins. One came out forward, one came out backwards.
Backwards, yeah. One was breached, the other was right.
Whew.
Greg. All right.
So freedom is important as we look at it because, you know, there's been a lot. There's always a lot. There's always a lot going on in the world. But you know, there was a lot of talk about freedoms, what are freedoms, what aren't freedoms, from a national standpoint also. You know, the mask mandates created a lot of conversation about freedom. And one of the things I never really understood is it's kind of like when you say something really, really stupid. It's like, yeah, you have the freedom to be... This is the podcast, not the live stream.
Obtuse.
To be a punk.
Obtuse.
What is obtuse?
It's the word you're searching for.
I don't think it is. I'm searching for a word that starts with an A and ends with a hole that I'm not supposed to say.
Right.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Bill's like, you still said it. So the you know, there's a lot of people. You have the freedom to do things. You have the freedom to bully people. You have the freedom to say things that are not correct. You have the freedom, but there's consequences for that. You know, you can get kicked out of a store because a store can kick you out for any reason.
Because the store has the freedom.
Yeah.
To kick you out.
You can get fired because your job has the freedom to do so. You can get there
in some places.
And it depends on what you did. Any more discrimination pretty much across the board you can get popped for. Pretty much. So it's
hard
just
to prove discrimination though, especially in Texas where it's a super uber at will state. I can just say I didn't like the face you made at me, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's reason enough."
No. I mean someone getting fired because they did something, not.
Yeah, but you said discrimination. You know.
Well,
you're not
no.
supposed to fire for discrimination, but I can be a discriminatory person and just write down, oh, he gave me a
Yes.
bad look. Yeah.
Do you have the freedom to steal your sister's first Lego set? I don't know what my sister's talking about. So,
It
see,
took
she
it
gave me
took
she gave
50 minutes.
she gave me an empty box. She just gave me the box of the Lego set. That's all I have is the box. See? It's a
Uh-huh.
box.
Yep. Yep. It took her 50 minutes to bring
Was
it
it
up.
50?
Yep.
So, what uh Phoenix is talking about is the Lego set that came out that is called Everyone is Awesome. And
Everyone is
it is their
awesome.
diversity set that I did not take off of somewhere else in the house and bring in here and put it in the corner just sheerly to see how long it took Phoenix to notice.
Ah.
And had Bill time it, which is why he knew the exact moment it was said. Um, I actually already priced one and and I'm ready to order it for myself. So I have one, but um, I really like it because I think they did a very good job of not um, forcing anything or trying to go too far with anything. It's just a nice, simple set, and it's very sturdy. I like sturdy sets, um, and so I do want to steal it, but I just put it back there as a joke, and it worked because that I got an all caps word, um, so it was worth it. So I'm very happy that that was noticed. Um, Johnny Johnny Bravo. There's no. Oh, the blue guy. Are you saying the blue guy looks like because the Johnny Bravo hair? I could see that. I could see that. I could. Um, yeah. I think it's very well done though. It's a very good set. And supposedly like there's a bunch of people that have taken all the people apart and then put them back together in random configurations to make it even more diverse,
It
which
was beautiful. I
it
liked it.
yeah, it was they chaotically put the set together just like none of it actually it's a chaotic mess, but they put it together that way on purpose to show um I don't think they're bigger than the regular minifigs.
It looked like regular size.
Um um
Stop saying I'm not gonna transcribe over and over and over again.
um I don't have any other minifigs in here. I'll have to go to my room um to check. Sorry, now I'm just doing it. Thanks. You pointed it out. Now I think they're correct size though. That's going to get on my nerves. Boxes on the floor under my desk. Thank you. Ah,
Right. So freedom.
I have the freedom to walk out of frame from the um freedom just to so we collect minifigs. So minifigs are a big deal in our house. I just don't have any of them displayed at the moment. So I picked a random one from the box. Um so let's see. This looks like it's the punk girl from one of the series. I don't know which one. Um, so we got the little punk girl. If the camera, there you go, camera. So yeah. Oh, and everyone saw how bad my nails are painted. My nail polish chipped in the um, pool.
A little bigger. Yeah.
I don't know if they are. Let me check. If I put them side by side, I don't think they are. I think they're perfectly normal.
The red one looks taller to me.
Well, I think it's his hair. His hair's bigger. If
I
I
was
put
trying
him,
to focus on the shoulders. No, that's the same.
yeah, they're the same.
Hmm.
They probably seem gigantic because of uh the way that they're standing and there's so much color around them. It does force the perspective of them being very big. I will agree with that. Um, and now I gotta put this little girl back before I.
Or it's a psychosomatic emotional response from Phoenix for what it represents to her personally. And it's just a theory.
No, no,
You
no,
don't
no.
have to dig
Nope,
into it.
nope, nope, nope. I'm shaking my
Oh,
head
Rain says she has freedom to play video games.
with no limits.
Hmm.
And we both know how her mother feels about that.
Unfortunately, currently, Rain, you are under under the
Age.
control of your guardianship. You are not free. Much
Meh.
like Britney Spears, you are not free.
Whoa! Free Britney. Hashtag.
All right. So in closing here, as we're wrapping up, we've talked about in the past where every year on the 4th of July or around the 4th of July, I see people making videos, posting them on social media, talking about when the nation was formed, certain demographic groups weren't free. And talking about, well, why should I celebrate the 4th of July when my ancestors, and you know the rest of that conversation there. And we've talked about, I wish that wasn't a valid question. I wish that wasn't a valid something that you have to ask. But it happened, it did, and my heart reaches out to you. And every year I bring this up that choose to celebrate the freedom you have now. And if that's not good enough, choose to celebrate the progress that we've made as a people towards making everyone free and equal. Right? And I saw a video in the same vein. And this person asserted that his demographic wasn't free because some white man wanted him to be free. He was only free because of the invention of the cotton gin. And that it was invention that set his people free. And the reason why we have freedom. And I'm here to say the holiday of July 4th is meant to celebrate freedom, not to celebrate the specific act of signing a piece of paper in 1776. That is the event that we focused on for the holiday. But instead of leading a miserable life going, well, I'm not going to celebrate that. Celebrate the thing that you've identified as bringing you freedom. And celebrate that. If on the 4th of July you want to celebrate the invention of calculators as what made you free, then celebrate that. If you want to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus as what made you free, celebrate that. If you want to celebrate the signing of a piece of paper in 1776, which I have personal issues with, the way the whole thing went down, then you can celebrate that. I'm not celebrating that. I'm celebrating freedom and family. Choose not to live a miserable life because of things that you can't change. Find something to celebrate. something to rally around, something to make you happy, you have the freedom to do so. And that's what I have for tonight.
I'm currently celebrating the freedom from my family since they're all out of the house.
Wow.
But like 4/5 of them are in chat, so it doesn't really count. Anyway.
All right. We love you guys. It's a crazy world out there. Like Nims was talking about the Delta variant. If you're in an area where the numbers have started ticking up again, be wise. Don't make stupid decisions. Take care of yourself. Nooms, you're going to say what?
Be safe, please.
Be safe. I'm not allowed to say be safe because that's his tag phrase.
That's my thing.
And now we're going to have our 30-second buffer.
Are we really done already?
We are. 7:30.
But it doesn't feel like it.
I know. It went by really fast, didn't it? That's what happens when you're having fun.
I don't want it to be over today. I don't know why.
And because you're dreading getting in the car and driving over to your mom's house to where your family is?
No, it's just... I don't know. I'm not dreading that because we're going to play games. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
So.
Well, it is time for the 30-second buffer.
30-second buffer.
30-second buffer. Has it been 30 seconds yet? No, of course not. That's not how time works. 30-second buffer. 30-second buffer. 30-second buffer. Everybody have a great week. We love you guys.
Love you. Be safe.
And until next time.
Until next time.